guys, it's Jen here at Check Her Joy, and this time I'm reviewing the all-new Archie comics from 2015 on. These have art and writing by Mark Waid, Fiona Staples, Annie Wu, and what's the last one? And Veronica Fish. Totally nailed that, right? Yeah, I'm reviewing issues 1 through 5, which I've recently read, but basically just explaining issue 1. So, ta-da! These are a completely rebooted Archie universe with all the favorite characters from Riverdale High just put into our modern day world, a modern high school with cell phones and selfies and the internet, and it's pretty much awesome. So these stories focus on Archie, who is the main character. He's kind of this guy who's a hopeless klutz, and he's not necessarily popular, but kind of everybody at school knows him. And yeah, most of the comics are about his relationship with Betty that he just broke up with, and the new girl, Veronica, who's just moved to town and is super popular and rich. And for some reason, both these girls like Archie. Betty's kind of a tomboy, and she's really into cars and video games, and I super love Betty. Whereas Veronica is very into fashion and just being popular and girly stuff. Yeah, they're kind of polar opposites a bit. When the comics start off, we have Archie and Betty have just broken up. There was some lipstick incident that they weren't going to talk about, so we don't know what it is. And apparently it was hugely catastrophic, and the two of them are no longer speaking to each other. And the rest of their friends are trying to get them back together. And there's a homecoming dance coming up, and so they are trying to get both of them voted king and queen of the homecoming dance. So they start this huge campaign for that, and trying to get Betty and Archie to both show up at the dance and not tell them why. And it's just these convoluted plans, and I totally love it. In the later comics, we have Veronica showing up, and her dad and her family are moving into town, and they're trying to build their house, and so they're hiring a bunch of people from the town, and one of the people they hire is Archie, and that goes brilliantly, of course, because Archie is a complete and utter klutz, and he definitely makes a very strong first impression on both Veronica and her parents. As Veronica starts going to school, eventually she and Archie become friends, and they start going out, and it's kind of causing this divide between their friends, between who's siding with Betty and who's siding with Archie in this big breakup. And lots of drama, but I'm still totally digging this perspective. Each of these comics have a classic Archie comic in the back with introductions to it by Mark Waid explaining the historical context of what's going on, and especially describing all the slang and things that we wouldn't have in the modern day. And I'm digging that also. So it's such a cool mix of restarting the series and modernizing it, but still keeping in the roots of where Archie has been and what the comics were. So, totally digging it. Here's the modern day art, and yeah, totally digging the two of them, well, the three of them together, Betty, Archie, and Veronica. I'm definitely rooting for Betty. Archie's kind of an ass, and just not an ass, but Archie's kind of just completely be spotted with Veronica and not really thinking. I don't know, I feel like he and Betty are just a better match. So I did not read a lot of the Archie comics when I was little. I read a few, enough to kind of know who the characters were, to have it in the collective pop culture consciousness. So it's the first time actually reading several of them back to back and really getting into a storyline. So I am digging this new Archie series and where it's going. And I think it's totally fun and great. It's very teen sitcom-y, like a Disney Channel show kind of thing going on here, but it works, and it's, yeah. I am liking the new direction. It's definitely more relatable than trying to read the classic comics and being like, yeah, that's totally not how we act anymore, guys. Come on. Peace out. I love you guys, and keep reading. Bye.